Here comes the turning point. The judge is shifting from the crime itself to the defendant's mental state. In legal terms, this is where credibility is either built or destroyed. Pay close attention to how vague her answers are.
In relation to custody of her daughter is currently staying with Ms. Root's parents. Ms. Root is hoping to be released so that she may immediately address that issue. She does understand in speaking with her that the most pressing issue that she has, if she's going to be successful on community control, will be dealing with her mental health issues. And she has expressed that she is prepared to deal with those issues and follow what recommendations are made, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Okay, Ms. Root, what do you want to tell me?
I take full accountability for what I've done, and I've learned a very valuable lesson while within your jail. I do not plan on coming back within your jail unless it is like for me to see my probation officer. That's what's granted today. And I'm going to try to get my mental health in order.
What is the extent of your mental health issues?
I don't understand.
Well, what's your mental health diagnosis?
I have CPTSD.
You have what?
CPTSD.
What's the C stand for?
Complex.
And here we go, the no contact order. Judges take these more seriously than almost anything else. Violating one suggests one thing: you're not listening and you're not in control. That's a fast track to jail.
Who diagnosed you with that?
Signature Health and Crossroads.
How long have you been going to Signature Health?
Since I was a kid. Since I think I was
Constantly, on a regular basis?
Yes.
So, like, by regular, what do you mean? How often have you been going?
I go once a week to see my therapist.
How long have you been going once a week?
For the last 9 months.
Why are you still trying to contact Joyner?
He lives at my house still. He has things at my house.
Okay, so that's why you were trying to get in touch with him or his family members as recently as Friday night?
We're here in court, so I was trying to see if he was going to be here in court. I talked to him also on the 21st in jail.
Okay.
He said that he spoke to the prosecutor, and he said he asked the prosecutor to drop all the charges. He told me to plead guilty to domestic violence, and that would be the only way that I get out of jail. We agreed to go our separate ways. We still have been slightly in communication, but we haven't been seeing each other.
I assume there's a no contact order, right?
Unfortunately, yes. I don't plan on talking to him from here on out because now there's a Child Protective Services case open. And
so what happened December 31? What happened December 31 of last year?
We both were drinking. It was New Year's Eve, and things got really out of hand.
How?
We got into a serious argument. He was threatening to expose my medication bottles. I'm a licensed manicurist.
This is where the judge completely loses patience. When an arrest requires multiple departments, that's not a bad night. That's a major behavioral crisis. Judges read this as a danger to others indicator.
Expose your medication bottles. What do you mean?
He thought that I was cheating.
Okay.
And he was threatening to expose my medicine bottles on Facebook.
Okay.
And,
so you get in this argument, and what happens?
he said that he's been waiting to set me up for quite some time because he was arrested for burglary.
All right. So then when the police arrived and you knew they were there, why were you blocking the door, keeping them from getting in? If he was threatening you?
I wasn't blocking the door.
You were blocking the door. I've read that portion of the police report where you were blocking the door. They kept telling you move. You refused to move. And then when you finally moved is when they got in. So why were you blocking the door?
I couldn't move. He had me by my hair. We were in my living room.
Okay. All right. Why then when they went in there, why were you completely out of control and they had to carry you out? They had to call two other departments to carry you out of the door to put you in the car. And you were kicking and screaming the entire way. Why were you doing
Huge warning sign here. The judge is pointing out something critical. She trusts jail roomers more than professionals. In legal psychology, this signals poor judgment and poor treatment readiness, two things that make sentencing
I have some trauma in my background from sexual assault, and
You've got a lot of problems that you haven't dealt with. Despite what you're telling me, okay, you haven't dealt with them. You may or may not go to Signature Health, okay? But whatever you're doing there, and whatever you have done there, hasn't worked one bit. Now, you were interviewed to go to NeoCap, and you were screaming at the lady that was trying to interview you such that she couldn't interview you. Why were you doing that?
because from what I'm hearing, NeoCap has a therapy called cognitive behavioral therapy.
Uh-huh.
And I'm a victim of sexual assault. The reason why I didn't calm down when the police came, because there was
No, I'm talking about why you were screaming at this lady from NeoCap.
I don't want to go to NeoCap.
Why not?
because They have cognitive behavioral therapy.
Okay, what's that?
It's a therapy that's not good for people that have PTSD.
How do you know that?
I talked to my therapist, and here, her name's Bree from Signature Health.
Okay, so Bree from Signature Health told you to resist going to NeoCap.
No, she didn't say resist. She said she didn't think that would be good for me because.
Is Bree here somewhere that I can't see?
No,
Do you know who this Bree is, Megan? This is why I never send people to Signature Health. Okay? So did you tell this person from NeoCap that you didn't want to go there because they have cognitive behavioral therapy and Bree told you it's no good for PTSD?
No, I told her that I have a daughter, and it would create a separation, more time away from my daughter.
So which was it? If they didn't have cognitive behavioral therapy, would you have gone there?
No,
Okay, because of your daughter.
yeah.
Okay, so you didn't want to go there because of the cognitive behavioral therapy, because of your daughter, and why else?
Those are the only two reasons.
Okay.
I don't think that, also they don't have, from what I'm hearing, the other inmates were saying, they don't
Okay,
have any.
so let me stop you there, because the last thing that you should be listening to is the other inmates. Because not a one of them know what the hell they're talking about. So you'll listen to them, but you won't listen to anybody else. You won't listen to the lady from NeoCap tell you what that has to offer and why that may be good for you, because you're listening to the other inmates because they told you something about NeoCap.
The lady said that they don't have any church there either.
Okay. What lady was that?
I spoke to the NeoCap lady.
The one that you were screaming at that couldn't interview you because you were screaming?
This moment is brutal. The judge is pulling out her entire criminal history. And look at the pattern. Violence, violence, violence. When a judge sees this kind of repeat behavior, community control becomes a privilege that's about to run out.